If you're planning to open a dollar store, forget everything the sign outside promises. Nothing in that store actually costs $1, and that's exactly why this business works. Before you spend a single rupee or dollar on rent, inventory, or shelving, there's one number you need to understand first. Most new owners run out of cash, not because sales are low, but because they didn't buy enough stock to open with full shelves. In this business, an empty shelf is the fastest way to lose a customer's trust forever. So, before you sign a lease, before you order a single pallet, here's exactly how the money in a dollar store actually moves, where the real profit hides, and what separates an owner who survives year one from one who doesn't. To understand the economy of owning a dollar store, you have to separate two very different businesses wearing the same sign. There is the corporate machine, chains like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and Five Below, which are publicly traded companies with real estate empires and logistics networks worth billions. And there is the independent dollar store, the one a regular person can actually open with their own savings, usually as a licensed dealer, a franchise-style discount store, or a fully independent general merchandise shop. Most people dreaming of owning a dollar store are looking at this second version. So that's the business we'll build, step by step, with the real numbers behind it, while keeping an eye on how the corporate giants play the exact same game at 1,000 times the scale. Start with the real estate, because location is where this business is won or lost before a single customer walks in. The classic independent dollar store is a freestanding building or strip mall unit between 2,000 and 8,000 square feet. The winning formula, proven repeatedly by the big chains, is not to compete in big cities. It's to go where competition is thin. Small towns under 20,000 people, working class suburbs, and specifically, areas within a mile of public housing or fixed income neighborhoods perform best. Dollar General's own internal strategy documents, revealed through industry reporting, show the company deliberately targets communities earning under $50,000 a year in household income. Independent owners copy this playbook because it works. Rent in these areas is cheap, often between $8 and $20 per square foot annually, meaning a 4,000 square foot store might cost $32,000 to $80,000 a year in lease payments, compared to well over $200,000 for a similar footprint in an urban shopping district.
Now the startup capital, and this is where the dollar store business reveals its first surprise. It is not a cheap business to start. A fully stocked 4,000 square foot independent store typically requires between $100,000 and $350,000 in total startup investment. Inventory alone eats the largest share, often $60,000 to $150,000, because a dollar store lives or dies on the appearance of abundance. Shelves cannot look sparse. Customers associate a half-empty dollar store with a dying business. So, owners overstock deliberately, sometimes carrying 6 to 8 months of inventory just to keep the visual density that makes the model work. On top of inventory, expect $15,000 to $40,000 for shelving, gondola racks, checkout counters, and a point-of-sale system. Signage, especially exterior signage, runs another $5,000 to $15,000. Build-out costs, if the space isn't already retail-ready, can run $20,000 to $80,000 for flooring, lighting, HVAC repair, and a functioning bathroom to meet code. Licensing, business insurance, and a merchant services setup add another $5,000 to $10,000. Add a working capital cushion of at least $20,000 to $40,000 to survive the first slow months. And the realistic total for a modestly sized independent store sits around $180,000, with plenty of owners spending well over $300,000 if they lease a larger space or buy fixtures new instead of used. Where does the merchandise actually come from? And this is the second surprise, because it explains the entire profit structure. Independent dollar stores rarely buy directly from Procter & Gamble or Kraft. Instead, they buy through closeout brokers, liquidation wholesalers, and general merchandise distributors who specialize in overstock, discontinued packaging, slightly damaged cartons, and off-brand equivalents of name brand products. companies like these exist specifically to move surplus inventory that big box retailers no longer want, at 10 to 50 cents on the dollar of original wholesale cost. This is the actual secret of the dollar store margin. A bottle of dish soap that Walmart sells for $3 might have cost the dollar store owner 40 cents through a closeout deal, and it sells on the shelf for $1.25. That is not a 40% margin. That is over 200% markup on cost. Toys, seasonal decor, greeting cards, and party supplies carry some of the fattest margins in the entire store, frequently 60 to 70% gross margin, because these items are sourced directly from low-cost overseas manufacturers, mostly in China, with almost no brand recognition required. Food and household staples like milk, bread, and cleaning supplies carry thinner margins, often 20 to 35%, but they are the traffic driver, the reason a customer walks in the door at all.